I'm Lisa. Welcome back. I wanted to see if you wanted to continue talking about what we spoke about last time we met. We spoke about how you were a freshman and you are really passionate about literature. Therefore, you are taking English courses. You also expressed your interest in criminal justice. Your parents are doctors and lawyers. However, they want you to pursue law, and you agree to this. But you're still taking those literature courses which they don't know about. And you also expressed how you feel uncomfortable and worried about talking to them about the situation, and you don't know how they might react. So would you like to elaborate on that, or has anything changed ever since the last time we met?
Yeah, so I actually did end up talking to my parents about it. I felt like if I didn't do it sooner than later, I would have just continued keeping it a secret until God knows how long, and then I feel like it might have been worse later on in the future, as opposed to earlier, just starting out in college. And so I was really, really nervous to bring it up to them. I didn't know how, and it took me a little bit of courage to finally bring it up. And, I figured it wouldn't really go too bad because, they are my parents. I know they do love me. I love them. And so I figured, it couldn't be that bad. So when I had the conversation with them, it turned out to be worse than I expected. I feel like they acted very irrationally. They were yelling at me. They were really angry. The fact that I, one, was basically lying to them about what I was doing in school, and two, the fact that I wasn't doing what they wanted me to do. So I think that there was a lot of emotions running rampant on both sides. And so since then, I'm not on good terms with my parents. I haven't talked to them in a few days. They haven't tried to talk to me. So yeah, so I think the situation has gotten worse instead of better.
I think that talking to your parents may have helped you grow as a person, because from last time we met, you expressed how you were really uncomfortable and you were not sure. So it takes, like you said, it takes a lot of courage for you to do something like that. So it is interesting that they took that approach, how they actually met your expectations, because you mentioned that you believed they were going to act irrational and they were going to make you change your major or tear everything down. So my question is, how do you feel now about the whole situation and not being able to speak to your parents the way you would like to?
I think I feel really frustrated because I feel like it's not fair that we're in this situation right now. I wish, they would understand where I was coming from more. Yeah, I want to talk to them, but at the same time, I feel like it's pointless to try to talk to them because, I don't want to, have the situation grow and grow again and then, have, a fight again about it.
Okay, so why do you think that they took this behavior upon themselves? Why do you think that, they did not try to understand where you were coming from, or the approach that you took towards the whole situation?
I don't know, I guess it's the fact that they had an expectation that I was doing law in school, and the fact that I guess for a big portion of my life, they they've like kind of pushed that upon me, and I've like showed an interest, like, you know, at home before I started college. And so I guess it's the fact that I think they acted that way for those reasons, because I kind of like basically went behind their backs, and I like I said, like I'm not doing what they wanted me to do, and I guess they're not seeing my side of it, and not like, you know, opening their eyes to see like what I'm passionate about, because they're so like wrapped up in you know, their ideas of what they want me to be.
Okay. And how do you personally feel about this big step that you took?
It is kind of a relief that I don't have this on my chest anymore. The fact that that it's out there now, that I am in school for what I want to do, is definitely a huge relief for me. However, I think the situation as a whole, I'm more stressed out now, because you know, things basically aren't okay with my parents. We're not on good terms. So I think that needs to be settled before like I can feel like complete relief about this situation. But yeah, actually getting it out there, and explaining to them, you know, what I want to do like in college and in the future, and why I want to do it, definitely has helped me you know, feel better about everything in general.
Okay, so you expressed that you have this sense of relief because you were able to get it out and finally get that over with, you know, and I per se the lies, and instead of prolonging the situation, you took, you know, the better or the most mature route, which was talking to them. But now, after making that decision, you now feel more stressed because the relationship has turned spiral. So it's not what you would like for it to be. So in that, by saying that, how would you try, or how would you think that you can better the situation with your parents? What are some, I guess, possibilities or options that you can take towards fixing your relationship or bettering the situation?
I mean, like I have considered like trying to talk to them again. I think I'm just scared at this point that it's just gonna, you know, the situation's gonna turn worse than it already is, and I really don't want that to happen. I've also like thought about just, you know, like letting it be for now, letting time like take its course, and like have my parents just kind of take some time to like try to rationalize everything, and like my hope is that they'll come around and like want to talk to me, and show how like they understand where I'm coming from, and I want them to support me with my decision. But as far as any other possibilities, I'm not sure what else I could do.
Okay. I think that your ideas about talking to them can be beneficial to the relationship, but how do you think that, or what are some reasons that you think that by talking to them it would make things worse? If you are telling them how you feel, and you did mention in the previous session that your parents are overall supportive, so how do you think that by talking to them would just make things worse if you're taking a step to fix the relationship?
I guess because, well, I think like talking to them like now at this point would be too soon, because like the conversation just happened a few days ago. So I think like it goes back to the whole like time thing. Like I feel like if I were to like you know, go home today or whatever and like try to talk to them about it, I think like they would listen to me, but like I don't think it would necessarily improve the situation at this point, because I think they're still going to feel the same way. I feel like if I were to talk to them, it would have to be like in like the near future, because at that point like they might I think they have a better chance of like kind of having a clearer mind and like a better chance of rationalizing things and being understanding and seeing my point of view better.
Okay, that's understandable. Going back to your major and how you feel about it, so what are your ultimate goals? What are your career goals now that you are able to do what you wanted to do in the first place?
Yeah, so when you bring that up, like it definitely like makes me, you know, realize that at this point, like I said, it is a huge relief, and like I can focus more on what I want to do because my parents know, and I don't have to keep it a secret anymore. Like I said, I'm really into literature, journalism. I want to be a writer in the future, and I think, like I said like earlier, it's more of a relief that I do have that, I guess, privilege now, so I can, you know, I can achieve my goals in a less stressful way because I'm not keeping it to myself from my parents anymore.
You mentioned in our last session that you were interested in journalism, and since you are a little bit interested in the criminal justice system and issues around there, you mentioned that like integrating both of them would be really interesting to you. So do you think that maybe by mentioning that to your parents and the conversation that you may have towards the near future might, I guess, change the perception your mother specifically has about your decision?
Yeah, because when I